Okay, hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are tuning in for the first time, my name is Danielle, and today I'm going to be answering some questions that I asked on my well, I didn't really ask the questions, I was just like, hey guys, ask me any questions and I'll answer it on the vlog. So today, that is what we are going to be doing. So, first question, why do you live in Canada, move to Europe? That's a funny thing, and I quite love Canada. It's a pretty awesome country. Moved to Europe. I would visit really good friends that live in Europe that I know, so I will definitely not be opposed to visiting for an extended period of time. Living and changing my nationality, I don't think that's really gonna be an option. I don't think that's where the Lord is guiding me at this point, so yeah, that's the answer to that. Oh, okay, how much money do you spend on coffee each month? You guys trying to expose me like this? I don't really know why. Yeah, okay, I don't really know, and honestly, TBH, I don't really care to try to figure that out because I don't need that extra negativity in my life. So that's where I stand on that. What is your strategy for finding pants? That's actually a really good question, and I think I'm going to do a video on this, on how I shop for clothes in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. So, besides an iced latte, what's your second favorite drink? This is second favorite coffee related drink. I'd probably say I'm really down for a cappuccino. This other drink, I like apple juice. No, I love apple juice. Yeah, and these are fun. How do you manage your time properly with everything you're doing? It depends on the season I'm in. So if swimming, usually in the fall, swimming is not as intense like for performance wise, and so I'm usually able to focus a lot more on school and take more classes, and I have a little bit more time to do the school related stuff, and we don't travel quite as often, and so balancing in the fall is a lot easier than balancing like right now in the spring. But it usually goes, okay, I'm going to fill my schedule with swimming and then school, because education is important, and then kind of the other stuff just fills in and around that. More like the busier I am, the better I do. I don't have time just to sit around and not like really study or not use my time wisely, and so if I don't have that time to begin with, then I find I do so much better because I don't have that like extra, like, oh, I have 3 hours just to chill and do nothing. Yeah, that doesn't work for me because I normally don't really have 3 hours just to chill and do nothing. Busy schedule for me works, but I've just gotten used to it. And different seasons of life, like you'll be able to do more, and other times you'll have to do less. So I had that last year where I was doing a lot, and then I noticed that I was starting to get burnt out, and so I had to kind of take a step back and like reevaluate, like, okay, maybe I do actually need to have an hour or two where I do nothing for my actual health and sanity and well-being. Okay, how much do you love coffee? Oh my goodness, guys. I love it, okay? I love it, that's it. Oh, here's another one. Okay, so tips on how to stay consistent with anything. Example, working out, morning routines, Bible reading. I train at the High Performance Center, and we kind of have to be consistent with our training. Like, we can't just not show up one day, because we're not allowed to do that. Studying in school, again, I think the biggest thing that a lot of people don't realize, because I say like, oh yeah, I'm only in this many classes, but I train all the time. They're like, oh, that's nice that you don't really have much school. But what a lot of people don't realize is when you train this much, like 8 to 10 times a week, plus university and school, you're actually really tired. Your body's a lot more like fatigued quite often because you're putting it through so much stress. So I think how I manage that is actually I take a lot of naps. And fit in like a 20 to 40 minute nap in the day. That is a lifesaver for me. It might seem that you're wasting time, but for my general well-being and health, I love them and they help me. So if I don't have the energy to do the stuff I need to do, then how am I gonna get it done? And naps are what help me. Also Jesus helps, but naps help as well. Bible reading and being consistent with that. I find now that if I don't read my Bible in the morning, my day does not go as well. And I'm not saying like it doesn't go as well, like people are like rude and awful and like extra bad because I didn't read my Bible or some punishment. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's more that I am better because I have prioritized time with God, and that for me helps keep my mind a little bit more open to maybe what he wants to do in my life that day, who he wants to bring into my life, maybe conversations that I could have with people that I wouldn't have necessarily been as open to just because I did not prioritize that time with God in the morning. Even if it's like 5 minutes, like doesn't have to be long, but just gotta be a little something. And I just feel better, and then because I feel better, I want to do it more, and because I do it more, I find that I'm learning more about God, and it's like teaching me more, and I'm progressing in my faith. How many siblings do you have? I have one wonderful brother. His name is James. Hey James, I'm pretty sure he's not subscribed to my channel yet. He is a super cool guy. He is 19. He's gonna be 20 this year. I'm not emotional, okay? It's fine. I'll be okay. I call him my little big brother because he's super tall, and I don't think I've talked about this yet, but my family is all average height, and I'm the only person with dwarfism in my family. And so my brother, he's younger than me, but he's really tall, and so I call him my little big brother, and he calls me his big little sister, and we actually have a really good relationship. He's great. I love him. And yeah, so James, I love you. Subscribe to my channel, and yeah. Okay, so I've got this question quite a bit. You asked the best thing about being a little person, and then another one of you asked, what is your favorite and least favorite thing about having dwarfism? I'd say the worst thing about being somebody with a physical difference like this would be that there's an automatic assumption from people that you are not capable of doing things, and almost right away you are written off because of your size and because of what you look like. And I think that's probably the worst thing, because I'm somebody who's super competitive and who likes to do everything that everybody else does, and so many other people with dwarfism love doing things that everybody else does, and they can do it. We just like do it in a different way, and where it might take you 2 minutes to do something, it might take me 3 or 4, but that still doesn't mean that I'm not going to get it done. Most of the time, I'm not saying everybody does it, but quite often it's the automatic assumption that you can't do things because of what you look like, which there are, granted, some things that I just cannot do. Like, I will never be a professional high jumper. As much as I joke about that, I will never be one, and that's fine. But the light in this would be that you take advantage of the automatic assumption that you can't do things, and you get to prove to everybody that you can, and usually that's quite rewarding to see people be like, oh my gosh, I never knew that you could do that. The best thing about living with a difference like dwarfism is the amount of different people I have been able to meet, the families I've been able to talk to, the places I've been able to go because of my dwarfism. I get to swim on the Canadian national team. Some of my closest friends are living all around the world, and I would never have gotten to meet them if I wouldn't have had dwarfism. I love it. Like, I love being different. There are hard days, but it's my life, and it's about what I get to do with it, and I've been given this life for some sort of purpose. But I am super grateful that of what dwarfism has brought me in my life and the opportunities that it's given me. Granted, sometimes they're hard and sometimes they kind of suck, but I would never change this life for anything. Okay, is a hot dog a sandwich? I think I'm gonna have to say no, because a hot dog is like its own category of just something else that should not have to share the same title as a sandwich. Oh, this is a good one. Favorite Bible verse and why? The verse is, not only so, but we glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured out into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us. And I absolutely love this verse. The part that I find the most, like the craziest, is that it says, not only so, but we glory in our sufferings. And so often we don't think about that. Suffering can be glorified, and suffering can bring us something that's not just pain, and that's not just hurt and anger. That suffering can produce something in us that's good. And there's so many people out there that I know that have gone through way tougher stuff than I have. I have no idea what you guys have all been through, but I know that suffering produces perseverance. When you go through hard times and you go through trials, you're persevering through them, and you're building this perseverance that you would have never had before if you did not have this sort of suffering, trial, setback. While this perseverance is being cultivated in you, you are gaining this character, and you are redefining and you're molding your character into something that can withstand a lot more than you could have withstood if you didn't have that suffering either. And then character has been able to open this door to this hope that, yeah, you know what? I did suffer, but I persevered through it. Look at my character now, and so I have hope for my future, and a hope that Jesus has given me, and the hope that I have in Jesus because he has helped me through my suffering. So, good question. Do you ever get too cold for iced coffee? If I was to drink it in -40, I probably would, but no, I don't think so. I'm immune to it. I've persevered through it. I've suffered through it, and I have hope that I will never be too cold for iced coffee. Okay, what are you studying? I am at university right now, and I'm studying linguistics, and I love it. It's really cool. Linguistics is not about how many languages you know and that you can speak 500 types of languages, which is the common misconception, but linguistics is the study of languages and basically kind of like the science behind language. Favorite snack? I love hummus. So anything you can dip hummus in, that's my favorite snack. Okay, so we got 2 questions left, and then I will wrap this up. What's your favorite thing to do besides swimming? I don't know if I have a favorite thing, and I don't think I can answer that question. I can't pick a thing, but outside, being active, exercising, meeting people, talking to people, trying new food, living life, drinking coffee, taking naps, being silly, making puns, reading, writing, listening to music. I love it all, okay? I love life. Hashtag Danielle loves life. Have you had a time recently you've really heard the Lord guide you? Good question. I think there have been many times where I felt like God was pointing me in a direction and it was really clear what I should do. And more recently would be starting this vlog channel, and there was a couple months where I was kind of humming and hawing about it. I was like, should I start this, should I not? So I was praying over it, I was talking to people, I was thinking, and I really wanted to not do this just for myself. I wanted to do it for the hopes of connecting to new people, to saying something that might resonate with somebody. Just knew that God was like, no, this is something that you can do right now for what I could prepare you for in the future. And he was like, yeah, go for it, and this is the confirmation I'm going to give you. So he confirmed it, and here we are answering questions and having a great time. And okay, so that I think is about it today. A bit more about me. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below for the different types of videos you'd like to see. We got some cool things coming up in the next couple weeks, which I'm excited for. And yeah, guys, I just pray that you have a great week. Even if you're in a hard time right now, that you are developing a perseverance in you. There's perseverance, there's character, and then character produces hope, and hope does not put you to shame because of what Jesus has done for you and me and everybody on this planet. And it is so cool. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next time on another episode of This Little